Thomas had been working hard on his branch line all morning, but he was still very sad not to be helping with the Christmas party. By the afternoon his branch line was closed and Thomas collected Bristle, and then he steamed off to clear the tracks. Thomas puffed along. He was surprised to see the mail trucks on the main line. I bet that's Percy broken down again, he thought to himself. But when he got to the front of the train, he saw that it wasn't Percy. It was Lisa, and she was blocked by stray cows that had escaped from Farmer McCall's field. "What happened, Lisa?" gasped Thomas.
"Oh, Thomas, I'm so glad to see you," said Lisa. "I was on my way to the cafe to pick up the children's presents when a cow strayed in front of me. Luckily I stopped just in time, but now I've jammed my brakes."
Thomas felt sorry for his friend. "You could still do your jobs, can't you?"
"Well, I will once my driver's mended me," said Lisa. "But I'll be very late and I'll probably miss tonight's Christmas party too. Looks like I'll have to wait for my first Christmas on solo until next year."
Thomas felt sorry for Lisa. "I wish I could help. And what if the presents arrive late for the party? Everyone will be disappointed." Then his face brightened up. "I know," he puffed. "Why don't I pick up a stocking and take the presents to Knapford? I haven't got much work to do anyway."
"Thank you, Thomas," said Lisa happily.
She was grateful as Thomas was coupled to the trucks. "Off we go," said Thomas. "I'll have to go fast to get there in time." And he steamed away with a heavy train behind him. Thomas knew that there's only little time left before the party starts. Got to hurry, he puffed. Doing our best, chanted Annie, Clarabelle and Bristle. At last, Thomas reached the Sodor Cafe. The children and the cafe staff started to work loading the stocking with sacks of presents. The presents are actually for the engines to say thank you for all their hard work throughout the year. But no one had told the engines that because they were saving it for the surprise until the party starts. The cafe manager spoke to Thomas's driver when the stocking was finished being loaded. "That's all the presents," he said. "There's 25 sacks." "Thank you," said the driver, and he climbed on board Thomas's cab and Thomas set off. Thomas had been working hard all month, but he wasn't used to pulling such a heavy load of stocking and the presents. "It's very hard work, but we have to go on," he puffed. You can do it, sang Annie, Clarabelle and Bristle. Soon Thomas came to a junction. One ray went left to the unknown track, while the other went right along the normal route along the main line. "We're supposed to take a right track," said Thomas, "but if we're quick and take a left track, we'll get to Knapford sooner. So we won't take a right track with some right track, we'll take a left track with some on track. Then I'll get to Knapford quicker," said Thomas. "All right," said the driver, but he was worried. But they forgot to switch the points back. Just then, Stepney raced towards the junction. He changed tracks and puffed down the other line. Stepney was surprised. A few moments later, Lisa arrived. Her crew had managed to mend her brakes.
"I wonder how Thomas is getting on," she thought. "He must have arrived at Knapford already."
Then she looked at the points. When she saw where they were leading to, she was shocked.
"Buzz my buffers," she gasped. Thomas must have gone down that way. There's snowdrift up there and it's very big."
"We better go and see if he's alright," said the driver. And they raced off. Meanwhile, Thomas was puffing along the shortcut, feeling very pleased with himself. "Guys," he said, "we got this special in the bag." This is only big engines unreliable. But Bristle could hear another engine coming. Thomas." "Not now, Bristle. Stop bothering me, can't you see I'm pulling?" Then he heard the noise too. "Oh no! Don't tell me someone else took the same track too!"
What the hell is wrong with you, Bristle? Why didn't you tell me? I wanted to, said Bristle crossly, but you wouldn't let me. Okay, huffed Thomas. What a grouch. Thomas raced around the bend trying to get away from Stepney, but there was trouble ahead. He had been so busy rushing that he didn't see himself crashing into a snowdrift. Cinders and ashes, I'm stuck, huffed Thomas. There was worse to come. One of the mail vans contained a present and a stocking, and it came off the traps, leaning against the cliff. The cliff crumbled, and the mail van toppled down into the valley below. It hit the ground with a loud thump. It was broken up, and the stocking and the presents were all lost around it. Bless my boiler! I wanted to help with a Christmas party so badly. Now look what I've done. I've let everyone down, especially the children. I've ruined their hard work. Just then, Thomas heard another engine coming, and who should be coming to help him? Stepney, who had been following him the whole time. Wow, that's the biggest snowdrift I've ever seen, he said. He never had seen a snowdrift before. Are you alright, Thomas? He asked. Before Thomas could answer, Lisa arrived. She had followed after Stepney. Dear, oh dear, Thomas, he said. Having trouble, are we? Thomas didn't want to admit it, but he had no choice. Yes, I wanted to take a shortcut so I could get to Knapford quicker, and now I've lost the presents and the stocking. Oh dear, I'm really sorry to hear about this, Thomas, said Stepney. Oh dear, but like the big ancients say, we live and learn. Tell you what, Stepney, you go and find the lost presents and the stocking, and I'll try and pull Thomas out of the snowdrift. Got you, Lisa, said Stepney. But where exactly is the presents, Thomas? Asked Stepney. Thomas sighed. They've fallen off this ledge and down into the valley. Right, let's get to work, said Lisa. And Stepney puffed proudly away to find the missing presents, while Lisa heaved and hauled her new friend out of the snowdrift. At last, Thomas was clear of the snow, but he still felt miserable. If only I hadn't lost the presents, he huffed to himself. Later, Thomas had been shunted back into the yard. Then Lisa set off proudly to help Stepney find the missing stocking and the presents. Thomas had said thank you to Lisa, but he had been thinking, maybe tank engines and big engines don't need to get big jobs to do something against each other. Maybe we're all useful in our own way. He had a lot to think about.